Theresa May just made the UK government's position clear regarding foreign states coming into this country and killing people following the attempted murder and poisoning of Sergei and Yulia Skripal, a Russian who was living in this country, and his daughter. Consequently, because of the method employed allegedly by the Russian state, other people have been affected, including a police officer. Now, in the same week that this happens, 2 police officers have just gone to the home of a Rwandan man who's a refugee here in the UK to warn him that they have credible evidence and intelligence to suggest that his life is in danger from the Rwandan government. And this is not the first time the Rwandan government has attempted to kill people on UK soil. A few years ago, 2 other individuals were warned by Scotland Yard, telling them that there is credible evidence that their lives are in danger from the small African country of Rwanda. Theresa May's response to the Russian state is very strong, considering that this is a nuclear state with considerable resources. Surely we, the Rwandan community, are hoping that the UK government will use the same yardstick to condemn and deal with the Rwandan government that keeps on chasing refugees all over the world and killing them, unlike with the Russian situation, not because they were spies, but because they are critics and are asking for democracy in their country and exposing the evils and the crimes which are being committed by their government back at home. What then does it mean to be a refugee in a country like the UK if a small country like Rwanda can repeatedly come into this country trying to kill you because you refuse to keep your mouth shut, or because you dare to stand up for your rights and the rights of others, especially those who have not had the fortune to escape and find refuge in a place like the UK? What is more mind-boggling is that the United Kingdom is about to send £64 million of taxpayers' money as aid to that country, despite the fact that this is not the first time they have touted the rules of this country, coming after refugees and trying to off them. It is not acceptable. We, the Rwandan community in this country, the refugees who have sought refuge in this country because of the belief that we may be safer than where we came from, are hoping that the same measures taken against Russia are taken against Rwanda, that the United Kingdom government will take to task the Rwandan embassy in London that facilitates this kind of activity, that they will take to task the government in Rwanda and warn them against coming after dissidents and refugees, and indeed take punitive measures that will send a clear message to the regime in Rwanda, in Kigali, that this is unacceptable. With the case of Rwanda, this doesn't need a National Security Council meeting. This doesn't need Cobra to meet. This is a country that relies on countries like the UK for aid. This is a poor country that relies on material and diplomatic support from countries like the UK. Punitive measures taken by the UK can really send a lesson to that country, more than what they are trying to do to Russia, a country that is a military giant, all things considered. Look, Theresa May, will you allow us to dare to think that we are as important as the Russians who are being hunted? Indulge us and make us believe that our lives are worth as much as other lives. Deal with this government that keeps on threatening us, that keeps on sending assassins to come into your country to kill the refugees that you have welcomed into your country, and many who are already British citizens and therefore your responsibility as their government.